Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 5 event number 10. That is right guys, the Season 5 finale is finally here, and I know what you guys are probably thinking right now. Yes, this is the season of Holiday Racing that I was filming last year, but when I was doing it last year, I never did the final event. So like I had said, the season was supposed to be 10 events long, and after I did event number 9, I just never did the 10th and final event. And I really don't even have like one specific reason why. I think it was mainly just because after I did event number 9, it was like almost a month after Christmas already. It was like January 20th, and I don't know, I had already been slacking with the season up until that point, and I don't know, I just never did the final event. I was going to so many Monster Jam shows at the time, and I was so focused on making the content based off of that stuff that I just never did the final event. So first things first, I did just want to apologize that I never did it. I know it's so late, it's 10 months after event number 9, but I am finally here for the 10th and final event, with Christmas being less than 3 weeks away now for this year, which yes, I am planning on doing a season 6, so stay tuned for that very soon, probably either tomorrow or the next day. But anyways, so this is probably going to be a very long intro. There's so many different pieces of information that I want to go over before we get this event started. So that's just the first thing. Like I said, I am so sorry that I never did the final event, but here we are, better late than never for the season finale. So second of all, a lot of you guys probably don't even remember if you're competing in this, let alone what truck you are in. So down in the description below, as well as the comment section below, I will have a list with the entire field of trucks. So right now, while I'm yapping, if you guys want to go down there and see what truck you are in, that would probably be the best thing, unless you somehow remember what truck you're in from 10 months ago, but honestly, I doubt that many people would remember. Yeah, so now that we have all that stuff out of the way, let's actually jump into the point situation entering this final event. So the first thing that I'm going to do here before I actually get into all of the trucks that still mathematically have a shot at the championship is I'm going to quickly scroll through here to show you guys the point standings entering this event, all the way from first place down to dead last. So I'm just going to quickly scroll through here. And again, you guys can see whatever truck you are in, and that's how many points that you guys collected from the first 9 events of this season, all the way down to Megalodon. That is all of the trucks right there in the point standings. So now that you guys have seen the entire point standings from first place all the way down to 32nd, let's go over all the trucks that mathematically still have a shot to win the championship here today. So first things first, there are 9 trucks that mathematically still have a shot, although the top 3 definitely have a big gap from the other 6. So let's go over what those trucks are and what they would need to happen to win the championship. So first things first, as you guys saw on that list, the Old Tool Gravedigger is your points leader. He has 26 points, and he is going to be taking on Megalodon, who ironically is dead last in the point standings. They are in the third to last race here in round number 1. And as always, these races were completely randomized. So the fact that first place and dead last are racing against each other is really ironic. So he is the points leader. If he can just, make it through the first couple of rounds, maybe even make a run to the championship race or get close to it, it is his championship to lose. However, there are 2 trucks that are right on his tail, 1 point behind with 25 points, which are Monster Mutt Rottweiler, who is taking on Avenger. And yes, he is in the race right before Old Tool Gravedigger. And what that means is if both of those trucks make it out of the first round, they will be racing each other in round number 2. And that race could very well be the race that determines who wins the championship this season. So that is definitely something to look forward to. Unless either Avenger or Megalodon could pull off a huge upset, we will just have to wait and see. But there is one other truck that is tied with Monster Mutt Rottweiler for second, and that is Tasmanian Devil. He is going to be taking on Michigan Ice Monster, only 2 races before Monster Mutt Rottweiler's race, and Like I said, he also has 25 points and is tied with Monster Mutt Rottweiler. So both of those two trucks just need to make it one round further than the Old Tool Gravedigger, and of course beat the other one, because if Rottweiler and Taz like both make it to round 2, but the Old Tool Gravedigger was to lose in round 1 or whatever round it is, obviously they would have to beat the other one because they are tied right now. But yeah, those 3 trucks are the 3 that have the best chance to win the championship. However, there are still 6 other trucks that mathematically have a chance, but it is a long shot. So all the way down 4th, 5th, and 6th place with 22 points, which is 4 points off of the lead. We have the New Tool Gravedigger, who's going to be taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. We have Prowler, who's going to be taking on Mohawk Warrior. And then we have Hot Wheels with the White Roll Cage, who is going to be taking on Batman. Now, those 3 trucks, which again, ironically, are 3 races in a row. Again, these races were completely randomized, but those 3 all have 22 points. It's going to take a long shot because, as you guys know, winning an event gives you 6 points. If you lose in the championship race, you get 5 points. So those 3 trucks are going to need to make it to at least, I think, the semifinals, and then they would need Old Tool Gravedigger to lose in one of the first 2 rounds, depending on where they make it after the semifinals. And then Rottweiler and Taz, I believe they would have to have lose by round 3, I want to say. So it's a long shot, but those 3 trucks with a perfect event and a little bit of help from the other 3 losing early could still win the championship. And then the 3 trucks that are even behind them, which are Batman, Red El Toro Loco, and Captain's Curse right there. Those 3 trucks have 21 points, and they are 5 points off of the lead. Now, what they need to do is they need to win the event, and they need Old Tool Gravedigger to lose in the first round, and they need Rottweiler and Taz to lose by at least round number 2. So, of course, as you guys can tell, it is a long shot for 4th through 9th in the point standings to win. However, they mathematically do still have a chance. But if the Old Tool Gravedigger makes it out of the first round, the 3 trucks with 21 points would be eliminated. And if he makes it out of the second round, the 3 trucks that are 4th, 5th, and 6th would also be eliminated as well. So I know that this was like the longest intro of all time. I just wanted to go over so many different things as far as the point standings, and then also, like I said, apologizing that it took me so long to do this event. But without further ado, I think it is finally time to get this event underway. So we are going to kick things off with Red El Toro Loco taking on Pirate's Curse. So like I said, Red El Toro Loco is one of those trucks that does mathematically have a chance, but he has to win this event. Let's see if he can start it off here with a win over Pirate's Curse. Let's find out if he can do it. And by the way, if you lose in round 1, you get 1 point. And I think he's going to get the win over Pirate's Curse. We're going to have to go to the aerial view just to make sure, but it looks like he did win. And yes, he did. Red El Toro Loco's small championship hopes are still alive. So next up, we have the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels taking on Batman. The loser of this race is going to be the first of the 9 championship competitors to get mathematically eliminated from a shot at the championship. Hot Wheels has 22 points and Batman has 21. The winner of this race will still have a shot at the championship, but the loser is eliminated. Let's see who's going to move on. It is going to be Batman taking the win over Hot Wheels with a huge comeback. So the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels has been eliminated from championship contention, and there are now 8 trucks that still have a shot at the championship. Next up, we have a Gravedigger battle with the Track Ace Gravedigger and the New Tool Gravedigger. The New Tool Gravedigger is another truck that still has a shot, but he has to win this race. And he is not going to do it. The Track Ace Tires Gravedigger will take the win, and that eliminates the New Tool Gravedigger from championship contention, and now we are down to 7 trucks that still have a chance. So Prowler is in the exact same situation that the New Tool Gravedigger is. They both had the same amount of points, so he has to win this race against Mohawk Warrior, or he is eliminated. Let's see if he can do it. And he is just barely going to get the win over Mohawk Warrior, and Prowler's championship hopes are still alive. Next up, we have the first race of this event that does not have championship implications. We have the 2014 Monster Mutt taking on Stone Crusher. And what a race down to the end. Oh my goodness. Is that a tie? I don't know. Is that a tie? Is the question. I mean, well, if you go based off of Monster Mutt's tongue, I mean, and I guess technically that's a part of the truck, but if we're just going based off of the tires, maybe Monster Mutt's is ahead. If you really look at it, it almost looks like maybe it's Monster Mutt. That is an insane race. That's one of the closest races I have ever seen. But I think it's going to go to Monster Mutt by a tongue over Stone Crusher. Next up, we have another race with no championship implications. We have Zombie taking on Crustacean. And Crustacean is going to get the win over Zombie. Next up, we have a very interesting race here. So Captain's Curse has 21 points and he still has a chance. But like I said before, he has to win this event if he wants a chance to win the championship. And TMNT, while he has been mathematically eliminated, that truck actually won event number 9. It was just too little too late. But let's see if he can get the upset win and eliminate Captain's Curse from championship contention. And it's a slow start for Captain's Curse, but I think he came back to take the win. Let's take a look at the aerial view. I think it's Captain's Curse. Yes, it is, just barely. Next up, we have Mechanical Mischief taking on the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And Mechanical Mischief rolls over. That's going to give the win to Hot Wheels. Next up, we have Iron Man taking on Soldier Fortune. And Iron Man is going to take the win. Next up, we've got Dragon taking on Higher Education. And I think it is Dragon. He had the lead. Higher Education might have made a comeback, though. Let's see from the aerial view. We're going to have to go straight down once again. And just barely, Dragon is going to hang on to take the win. Next up, we finally have one of the trucks that is in the top 3 in the point standings, Tasmanian Devil. He is taking on Michigan Ice Monster. Can Michigan Ice Monster pull off the huge upset here, or will Tasmanian Devil continue to go after that championship? And remember, if he loses, he's also eliminated because he has to make it at least one round further than the Old Tool Gravedigger. Let's see what's going to happen. Oh my goodness! Michigan Ice Monster has done it! He takes the win over Tasmanian Devil, and that is going to eliminate him from championship contention, and I believe that means we are now down to 6. I actually cannot believe that, man. That was just such a huge upset. Tasmanian Devil actually won the first 2 events of the season, events 1 and 2. After that, he never won another event. He had some events where he actually lost in the first round, including this one, and unfortunately, his season has fallen apart. So I'm so sorry to Awesome Sports 13. You were so close at winning the championship, man. But next up, we have Blue Thunder taking on Max D. And they both roll over and make contact, and that's going to give the win to Blue Thunder. Next up, we have the truck that is tied with Tasmanian Devil in the points coming in. Monster Mutt Rottweiler, he is taking on Avenger, and he has the exact same scenario. He has to win this race over Avenger, or he is eliminated as well. Let's see if he can do it. And, oh my goodness, I don't know. He was in the lead, but I think Avenger did it. Let's go straight down here. And yes, he did. Avenger has taken the win, and Monster Mutt Rottweiler has been eliminated in the first round, and there goes his championship hopes as well. This is now the Old Tool Gravedigger's championship to lose. He's taking on Megalodon here, and if he wins this race, he would eliminate Red El Toro Loco, Batman, and Captain's Curse mathematically from championship contention, and that would mean the only other truck that would mathematically still have a shot would be Prowler, but Prowler would have to win the event, and Old Tool Gravedigger would have to lose in the next round. Can Megalodon pull off the huge upset to keep Batman, Red El Toro Loco, and Captain's Curse championship hopes alive? Let's find out. And no, he will not. The Old Tool Gravedigger takes the win over Megalodon. He has been eliminated. So what that means is even though Red El Toro Loco, Batman, and Captain's Curse all made it out of the first round, they no longer have a shot to win the championship. They were too many points behind coming into this event. I knew it was going to be a long shot, and all the Old Tool Gravedigger had to do was make it out of the first round. Now, the only other truck that still has a shot is Prowler. Prowler has to win the event, and Old Tool Gravedigger has to lose in the next round. So if he beats Avenger in the next round, it is over, and the Old Tool Gravedigger will officially lock up the championship. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens, but we still have 2 more races left to do here in round 1. Next up, we have the 2011 Monster Mutt taking on Orange El Toro Loco. And Orange El Toro Loco is going to get the come-from-behind win. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is going to be between Son of a Digger and the 2017 Monster Mutt. And I think it's going to be another come-from-behind win. Ooh, I don't know, though, because the trucks are angled to the left. And it really depends on, like, what angle you look at it. Because if you go straight down from here, it's actually Son of a Digger because the right front tire is sticking out, even though they're angled to the left. If I turn the camera like this and go straight down, it looks like Monster Mutt. But this is the racing lane, is straight this way. So again, going straight down from there, it's going to be Son of a Digger. I know that's a little bit controversial, but that is the racing lane. It's not my fault that they turned to the left. So Son of a Digger with that right front tire sticking out is going to take the win. So all of the trucks that you guys can see right here in the pile all lost in round number 1, which means that they will get 1 point for this event. And now it is time for round number 2. So here's a look at all of the races. There are 16 trucks remaining, and if you lose in this round, you will get 2 points. And like I said, Prowler and Old Tool Gravedigger are the only 2 trucks that can now win the championship. It'll be interesting to see what happens there, but we're going to kick things off in round number 2 with Red El Toro Loco taking on Batman. So round number 2 is underway. And the first win is going to be Red El Toro Loco. Alrighty, guys. Next up, we have the Gravedigger Track Ace taking on Prowler. If Gravedigger wins this race, the Old Tool Gravedigger would officially be your Season 5 champion. Let's see if Prowler can continue to fight, or if Gravedigger Track Ace is going to end it all here. Let's see who's going to take the win. Gravedigger Track Ace is going to take the win. He had such a huge head start. He ends up rolling over, and that's going to be enough to block Prowler for the win. So I'm so sorry to Prowler. I don't remember who the driver is, but you have been eliminated from championship contention. So I just went back and checked the list, and that was one bad Ghoul Rhinomite 2008 in Prowler. So again, I'm so sorry, man, but your championship hopes are gone. And what that means is Monster Jam Collector 2008 and the Old Tool Gravedigger, no matter what happens for the rest of this event, is officially your Season 5 champion. We still have a whole event to film, as you guys can see. We're only 2 races into round number 2, but Old Tool Gravedigger is officially your champion, and the driver is Monster Jam Collector 2008. And for those of you guys that have seen my most 2 recent sign-up series 224 and 225, Monster Jam Collector 2008 was in the championship race in both of them, but unfortunately lost in the championship race in back-to-back events. Now I bring back Holiday Racing, finally film the 10th and final event, and he wins the championship here. So what a ride it's been for him for the last week and a half, 2 weeks on my channel. It's been crazy, but he has won season number 5. Congratulations to Monster Jam Collector 2008. A very well-deserved victory. He was very consistent all season long, and that's all it took. But anyways, guys, back to the event now. Next up, we have the 2014 Monster Mutt taking on Crustacean. So who is going to move on? It is going to be the 2014 Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Captain's Curse taking on the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And, ooh, they both angle to the left. And we're going to have to go straight down here. And just barely, it is going to go to Hot Wheels. All right, next up, we have Iron Man taking on Dragon. And it is going to go to Iron Man. Next up, we have Michigan Ice Monster taking on Blue Thunder. And Blue Thunder is going to get a huge come-from-behind win. Next up, we have Avenger taking on your newly crowned Season 5 champion, the Old Tool Gravedigger. And he is actually going to lose here to Avenger. So what that means is if Prowler would have won in this round, he still would have had a shot. But unfortunately, Prowler lost as well. So Avenger is going to move on here. And again, even though he lost, it does not affect anything. He is still your champion. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2, which is going to be between Orange El Toro Loco and Son of a Digger. And Orange El Toro Loco rolls over. That is going to give the win to Son of a Digger. So all of these trucks right here lost in round number 2, which means that they will get 2 points for this event. And now we are down to the quarterfinals. So here's a look at all of the matchups in this round. And if you lose in this round, you will get 3 points. And once we get down to the semifinals, that is when I will go over the field of trucks. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off with the Red El Toro Loco taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. Round number 3 is underway. And the first truck to move on to the semifinals, as I almost dropped my phone, is just barely going to be Red El Toro Loco. Next up, we have the 2014 Monster Mutt taking on the Black Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Iron Man taking on Blue Thunder. And it looks like it's going to be Iron Man. Let's take a look from the aerial view. As always, we're going to go straight down. And just barely, it is going to go to Iron Man. Next up, we have the final race until the semifinals, which is going to be between Avenger and Son of a Digger. And it looks like it is going to go to Avenger. So these 4 trucks all lost in the quarterfinals, which means that they will get 3 points for this event. And now we are down to the semifinals. So without further ado, let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of Red El Toro Loco, we have Monster Truck Stuff 1, 2, 3. Inside of the 2014 Monster Mutt, we have Monster Jam Extreme. Inside of Iron Man, we have Delores Simmons. And inside of Avenger, we have MonsterJamPlanet. So the really interesting thing about that is MonsterJamPlanet is actually the Season 1 champion from all the way back in 2016. Now, 8 years later, he's still here going strong. He did not win an event yet this season, so he is looking to do that, and neither have Monster Truck Stuff 1, 2, 3 or Delores Simmons. The only one of these 4 trucks that has won an event this season was the 2014 Monster Mutt and Monster Jam Extreme. He won event number 7. He is looking to become only the 3rd truck to win 2 different events this season. The other 2 was Tasmanian Devil in events 1 and 2 and Batman in events 4 and 5. So that is the field of trucks and how many wins each of those drivers has for this season. Now, as far as the points coming into this event, Red El Toro Loco had 21, the 2014 Monster Mutt had 19, Iron Man had 15, and Avenger had 16. The only one of these 4 that actually still had a chance at the championship coming in was the Red El Toro Loco, but since the Old Tool Gravedigger made it to round number 2, I believe, his championship hopes are no more. So anyways, guys, without further ado, we are going to kick things off with Red El Toro Loco taking on the 2014 Monster Mutt. And one final thing that I forgot to mention is if you lose in this round, you will get 4 points. So who is going to go to the championship race? Will it be Monster Truck Stuff 1, 2, 3 or Monster Jam Extreme? It is going to be Monster Jam Extreme in the 2014 Monster Mutt. Congratulations, man. You are moving on to the championship race, and I am so sorry for the Red El Toro Loco Monster Truck Stuff 1, 2, 3. You were so close, man. You're still going to collect 4 points, though, and at the end of the day, I think you're going to end up being like top 5 in points for the final points tally at the end of the season. But still, man, you made it to the semifinals, which was really good, and better luck in season number 6 if you sign up. So who is going to take on Monster Jam Extreme in the 2014 Monster Mutt in the championship race? Is it going to be Delores Simmons in Iron Man or MonsterJamPlanet in Avenger? And a slow start for Avenger, but it doesn't matter. He is going to come back to take the win over Iron Man. Congratulations to MonsterJamPlanet and Avenger. You are moving on to the championship race. And as for Delores Simmons in Iron Man, you were so close, man. Like I said, Iron Man did not win an event at all this season, but you were so close to doing that here in the final event. But you were going to collect 4 points. So these two trucks are going to collect 4 points for this event for losing in the semifinals. And now it is time for the championship race. So inside of the 2014 Monster Mutt, we have Monster Jam Extreme, and inside of Avenger, we have Monster Jam Planet. So like I said, when we went over the field of trucks for the semifinals, Monster Jam Extreme in Monster Mutt did win event number 7. He is looking to become only the 3rd truck to win 2 events this season. And Avenger, Monster Jam Planet, like I said, he won season number 1 of Holiday Racing. He was in Monster Mutt Rottweiler at the time, all the way back in 2016. He has not had the same luck since over these last 8 years when it comes to Holiday Racing. He did not win an event at all this season up until this point, but he is looking to turn around his fate here. Let's find out who is going to win. Your winner of the season finale Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 5 event number 10 is going to be none other than... It is... Oh man, Avenger hit the shelf. Oh, why does this always have to happen in the championship race? A similar thing happened in one of my recent sign-up series as well in the championship race. I'm actually going to go back and take a look at that clip really quick. Hold on a second. All right, so looking back at the clip, I have determined that I believe Monster Mutt was still going to win. He had just a little bit more speed than Avenger did when Avenger ran into the shelf. If you guys don't believe me, you guys can go back and watch the clip for yourselves. I know it sucks to have to make this call in the championship race, but I am going to count it because I think Monster Mutt was going to win either way. So congratulations to Monster Jam Extreme in the 2014 Monster Mutt. You're going to collect 6 points for this event, for the final event of the season. And you are a 2-time champion in Season 5 of Holiday Racing. And this 2014 Monster Mutt is definitely a truck to look out for in Season 6. And man, oh man, I am so sorry to MonsterJamPlanet. I thought that you were finally going to turn your luck around here today when it comes to Holiday Racing, because you were so close so many times and just have not had the same luck that you've had ever since 2016. But unfortunately, you lost here in the championship race, but you're still going to collect 5 points for this event, which is still really good. So yeah, guys, that is going to conclude this event. However, I am still going to go tally up the final season point standings so you guys can see where everybody finished in the final point standings for this season. So I'm going to go calculate that right now, and I will be right back. Alrighty, you guys, so here we are with one look at the final point standings for this season, and as you guys can see, like I've mentioned a million times now, the Old Tool Gravedigger driven by Monster Jam Collector 2008 is your Season 5 champion. So here's that truck right here, actually, so congratulations once again, man, a very well-deserved victory. This truck was just so consistent throughout all 10 events this season, and he was able to get the job done and win the championship, which is really cool to see. And as you guys can see, second and third place, Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Tasmanian Devil, GMC Productions, and Awesome Sports 13. The two of you guys were so close. You guys both came into this event only 1 point behind, but unfortunately, losses in round number 1 for both of you guys is what officially did you in. You guys were so close, though, tied for second place in the final point standings. Definitely something to be very proud of. And then the 2014 Monster Mutt and Red El Toro Loco tie for 4th and 5th. The 2014 Monster Mutt was Monster Jam Extreme. Red El Toro Loco was Monster Truck Stuff 1, 2, 3. And yeah, you guys can see what winning the final event did for the 2014 Monster Mutt, a 4th place finish in the point standings. Again, that is definitely something to be proud of as well. So Prowler finishes this season in 6th place. He was the defending champion. He won Season 4 and then comes back here in Season 5 and finishes 6th, which is still really good. Then we have a number of trucks with 23 points. You guys can see right here. New Tool Gravedigger, both of the Hot Wheels, in fact, and then Batman and Captain's Curse all finished with 23 points. That is your top 11. Then we have a few trucks here with 21, Avenger, Zombie, and Orange El Toro Loco. And then Blue Thunder, the only truck with 20. Then we have a few trucks here with 19, which is Iron Man, the 2011 Monster Mutt, Max D, and Dragon. Son of a Digger rounds out your top 20, being the only truck with 18 points. Then we have a number of trucks here with 17, which is the 2017 Monster Mutt, Soldier Fortune, TMNT, and Michigan Ice Monster. Then at 16 points, we have the Track Ace Gravedigger, Mechanical Mischief, and Pirate's Curse. Crustacean, the only truck with 15. Higher Education and Mohawk Warrior both finished with 14. Stone Crusher with 13. And last, but certainly not least this season, Megalodon with 12 points. So that is going to do it, guys. That concludes Season 5 of the Monster Jam Holiday Racing. It was really fun filming this final event. Once again, I am so sorry that it took me so long to finally do the last event, but I figured that right now was a good time with Christmas of 2024 being right around the corner, even though this was intended to be the 2023 season of Holiday Racing. But anyways, guys, that is pretty much going to do it, like I said. So congratulations one last time to Monster Jam Collector 2008 for winning this season, and also to Monster Jam Extreme for winning event number 10. So make sure that you guys do stay tuned, because I am planning on doing a Season 6, which I'm really excited about. There should be a larger lineup for Season 6 as well than there was for this season, so make sure to stay tuned. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure that you guys do subscribe, and then also make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.